first corner is the most pressure you're going to feel across this whole race. Getting it off the line is one of the toughest things you can do as you get 5 lights up. And the Bathurst Enduro is underway for Split 2 with a great start from the front runners and the TMX boys as well inside of the top 10 as they run round turn number 1. You can see Lawrence has got a good start away. They've kept themselves nice, clean and consistent, Sinka. For the final race of the season, it's a scramble towards turn 1 for the front runners and the whole field in behind. Another old race from turn 1 already. Davison and Felipe wanting to try and keep right on the tail of Doug Allen. And the road was finally at the front already as well. Phase there, Catacasinas.
Yes, he did.
Laboring still going at each other here. 3 minutes down, we've got 17 minutes to go. They're going to go round a lot of times. There's 1 minute 21 lap times here. They're not going to stop. Sean Ratcliffe by now as well. Ray Oliver's got Bradley Wall alongside. Looks like Daniel Harding has had some form of incident. We'll pick up on that one in a minute. But Oliver on the inside, got to come back behind him.
Further back as we're underway. James Scott will lead them up the hill, up towards turn 1. Can they keep it clean? There's already contact with Dolphin and Stone Street on the straight as they run round turn 2. Dodge and Warboy being cautious off the exit of turn 1. What a run off the line, but an atrocity has happened to Troy Stone Street off the start. There's no other way to say it, Sinka. I think it was Tim off of Will Brown and just absolutely Superman punched him straight into the wall on the left hand.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship, brought to you by SRW TV. This is going to be an absolute cracker. We have 60 minutes of action at the Sachsenring. I'm not sure what the correct pronunciation is, but I'm going to say Sachsenring. And if you don't like it, you can always tell me. This place has been around since 1927. 98 plus years ago, 26th of May, it was originally an 8.618 kilometre track, which competed with the ring itself, 5.355 miles. It still runs the Grand Prix motorcycle series on there and still got some amazing events that they hold every year. But tonight, we are taking the V8 Supercars, the Mustangs and the Chevs, battling it out for supremacy at the Sachsenring. We have got 2 minutes left before the warm-up, and before I invite the boys in for a chinwag, let's have a look at the title, where it is on the board, where the AMs are, where the Pro-Ams are. Mason Martin from Pacific Esports Racing has got himself a grip by 25 points for Pacific Esports Racing. A fantastic effort there by the young fella, and behind him, hunting him down, is the old Tasmanian devil himself, Brett Taylor from EWT Racing, 25 points behind. Scotty Weston, his teammate, is sitting a further 3 points behind. So the top three have been battling it out and swapping positions for the last few weeks. Scotty Weston was there 2 rounds ago. Brett Taylor the round before. Mason Martin now at the pinnacle point with 3 rounds left, including tonight. Let's have a look what's going on with the Pro-Ams and where they're all sitting and where they're all battling. Blake Urquhart from Pacific Esports has continued with some really good form at the season so far, sitting in 692 after a drop round, 32 points clear of Travis Darty from M1 Racing, and 33 points behind him is Brandon Levin from Team SRW Motorsports. So top 3 again, not much in it. With some mega points coming out tonight, it's going to be a mega battle. You can see the rest of the field as it comes. We've got a massive field every Tuesday night, and these boys come out and compete for triple titles. We have, I believe, 31 cars on the track tonight, and it should be a spectacle. The pros at the pointy end of the season. 7 rounds, 3 rounds to go, including tonight. So the pros are going to be battling it out, and James Scott has got himself an 88-point lead. James Scott from the Chiefs Esports team chasing him down is Ryan Mueller from Pacific Esports Racing, 88 points behind him, and a further 10 points behind him, Will Buchanan, after a stellar drive last week from AITT Revolution Racing. Lukey Page is in 4th place, 46 behind them. Then we've got in 5th place Ryan Nielsen from BAR. Alex Azekis from Murray Performance Racing is in 6th place. Jax Nova from Project C2. In 7th, Peter Pav from Pacific Esports Racing. In 8th place, 9th place, Billy Mole from WKMP Sim Sports. 10th place, Stevie Banks from Pacific Esports Racing. In 11th place, Jace Douglas from Murray Performance Racing. 12th place, Ryan Leonage from Phoenix Racing. And 13th, Blake Warboys from Warboys Motorsports, WKMP Sim Sports. 14th place, Troy Stone Street from WKMP Sim Sports. In 15th, Will Morgan from Pacific Esports. And in 16th, Johnny Benash, Privateer. That rounds off our top Pro Series for the night. And tonight, you'll probably see a couple of liveries out there commemorating the late, great legend who's driven the Fords, Volvos and Jaguars, Alan Moffat, passing during the week. The boys are going to be putting a bit of a tribute on. There'll be some retro liveries out there, and there'll be also some Alan Moffat liveries out there. Me being a fan of the past and not so much the V8s these days, I grew up with the Moffats, the Dickie Johnsons, the incredible team that I used to hate, Holden, with the Brox in them. And so those were the days for me, and the legend has passed. Welcome to the room. Downstairs pushing the button, Mr. Pierre Kobe. And beside me, Mr. James Watson. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Curious to see what's going to be on offer for this one. Obviously, we've already seen the Sachsenring in week 1 for the 86s, and that put on a fantastic show. But we have not seen it in these cars, and I'm unsure of what we're going to get. I don't really know for a fact if this race is going to be as much of a banger as the 86s were, but this is a phenomenal track and a lot of fun to drive, and I feel like we should be able to get some good clean racing here. Definitely still some areas that you can draft through, and a lot of good overtaking opportunities at the very least.
100%. And elevation across here. And, the last time I saw the Sasha ring was when Baron Cohen was wearing that fluoro mankini. But anyway, we do digress, as I usually do. Out in the chat out there, we've got a few people saying hello. We've got Callum Martin was asking a few questions what tonight's format is. Tonight is a 60-minute race straight out. So tonight's qualifying will go the full 15 minutes, plus whoever can get off the line after that as well. A few boys going sideways there in the bubbles. 747, who's to have the best livery? I'm not sure. We'll see. I'm sure there's going to be a few crackers out there. Lee Mueller, good evening, boys. Have a cracker race ride tonight. Callum Martin, Mason Martin, ready to show us that speed. Alan Moffat really showed us good racing. He did. He was a legend, and in anything that he jumped into. And the legend John Bow, that has had a lot to do with SRW. I'm sure he's tonight missing a very, very close friend. Oh, as we see, I think that's Buchanan going sideways into that corner. I think the elevation changes tonight, mate, and getting some grip out there on these corners is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably going to wreak a lot more havoc in these cars with just so much more power at your disposal, and the difficulties of trying to keep that power under control, where the 86s obviously aren't pushing the same amount of horsepower, so the elevation change doesn't really trip them up nearly as much as these things are having to deal with.
Yeah, totally agree. I'm just trying to get my mouse to work. Hey, there it is. Someone next door is cooking an awesome barbecue, let me tell you, and I'm on a diet, and the smell is killing me. Mate, a few cool liveries out there, Cobes, if you can find them as you're coming through. Some real good traditions out there. Already we've got James Scott leading the way with a 124.282. Will Buchanan 124.6. Levin 124.82. Mueller 124.85. So there's a bit of fun being had out there already, and we're looking at some really, really close times.
Yeah, just kind of business as usual. We talk about it all the time of how close the times are in qualifying, and so far things are still following that same trajectory, but still a lot of time left in qualifying here.
Yeah, there it is. Well, put it this way, James Scott's hit a 124.282. I'm tipping maybe by the time qualifying's finished, we'll get, if not in the 23s, we'll get very, very close. Brandon Levin's just popped up to the second place, 124.6, so 4/10 off Mr. Scott's time. 1/1000th Will Buchanan behind him. 1/10 Ryan Mueller behind that. 2/10 Erkey behind that. Banks behind that by 1. Taylor by 1. Lukey Page under 1. Scotty Weston under 1. It's close, man. Johnny Gallant under 1/10. It is going to be an absolute cracker. Some of these boys are really starting to get the grip of this car.
Absolutely. As someone was parked broadside in one of the corners, Aaron Smith was mostly facing the wrong direction, but doesn't seem like a whole lot of chaos came from it, thankfully.
Yep. There's a few there. There's the old ANZ livery there that Moffat used to have. Nice and plain and simple. that Peter Pav's driving there at the moment. Let's quick flicking around as well. I'm sure there is some awesome ones that I saw online. Daniel Clutterbuck has got himself an old retro livery on as well. Not so much possibly. It's a Mobile one. Not so much one that Alan drove, but good to see some boys out there getting in and having some fun. Looking good, that Ford logo.
Absolutely.
Lipsky.
And that particular scheme actually stands out to me personally. Growing up, I distinctly remember that livery from Gran Turismo 3 and 4 and thinking that it just looks so cool, and the car was so cool. You know, the old Tickford Gen 2 supercar that was in the game, and just how much I wanted to try to unlock that car somehow. So just seeing that shot back some of my own nostalgia.
So some of the boys are driving and ladies are driving with the Square 1 on their bonnet. That is a from one of his earlier models. When I raced the last time I did a retro run, I had a Moffat livery on there, one of the beautiful GTXB coupe liveries that he had. But it's going to be an absolute cracker. The boys are starting to get in there. James Scott has got a 1:24.138 now, so he's starting to get down the pointy end. We're halfway through qualies, and Levin has got himself some really good pace there. He is only just under a tenth behind him at the moment. Will Buchanan, 1/1000 behind Brandon. Ryan Nielsen, 8/100ths. Ryan Mueller, 8/100ths. Buchanan, 1/10. Urki is 7/100ths. Banksy 1/10, Brett Taylor 1/10, and the last of the 10s is Lukey Page. Oh, Page has just popped up in the 6th place. He's starting to get his elbows out. I can't remember what the passing was like on this track, mate, when we did the last one here. So I think the undulation in some of these corners, the way they change the camber and everything like that, is going to be a little bit tough for passing, but under brakes, maybe not too bad.
Yeah, I feel like we'll see a lot of dives down here into turn 1, and a lot of guys being able to stay side by side with each other through here. But I feel like with just the way the first sector is, it might be a bit difficult to get the pass completed. You know, just with all the different changes in direction and how that's going to affect things. And obviously these things don't draft like the 86s do, so we saw the final sector play a big factor in that, but I don't think that's gonna be the same story with these things. And with it being an enduro, I don't think it's gonna be, you know, endless crazy pass after crazy pass, but I think we're still going to be in for a pretty nice show.
As long as they keep us on their toes, we're all good. We don't mind.
Amen.
Someone tell Kobe downstairs that it's no longer replaying the replay. There you go. Brett Taylor has got himself a cool livery there coming just down on the lower screen. It's the old Mobile 1 livery. Looking pretty special. I'm sure we're going to get hit up by V8 Supercars on some sort of technicality. They always try. Ella Mazzaroli's got some cool stuff going on. Marty Hughes. I did see an awesome livery out there. I'm just trying to find it as I go through. There was one of the old traditions out there. Yep, they're not on track at the moment, but there is a lot out on track. And round 7, which means. Oh, look, my brain's already left the building, Mr. James, Mr. Watson. I was going to call him Mr. Scott then. My brain has left the building, and it's been a long day. But I tell you what, round 7, round 8, round 9, including tonight, 3 rounds to go. Total battles in the pros and pro-ams are there. in the AMs and Pro-Ams. James Scott has got a good grip on the top spot. He would need to really capitulate in the next 3 rounds. And it's not that hard to capitulate in this series, especially when you're racing around some back markers, and things do go sideways very quickly sometimes.
Absolutely, and hey, my brain never enters the building to begin with, so you're not going to get any judgment from me on that. But yeah, now it's getting into the nervous times for everyone. You know, the championship is on the line. You can see how the battles are shaping up. So the pressure is gonna be mounting here, especially here in the it's not quite the enduro, but still the 60 minutes. A lot more points on offer for this specific race than any of the sprint formats. So you can't afford to have a clunker of a race on this one if you want to keep in championship contention.
Hell yeah! Every point is lethal at the moment. You just cannot lose points anywhere. It's going to be a battle all the way to the end, and even the boys down the back, they'll be fighting left, right, and centre for some critical points. So we will see it. We'll be splitting the screens left and right tonight. Let me tell you. There it is. Scotty Weston is driving the version that I had on the Gen 2. Have a look at that. That is a cracking looking car. Love that livery. That's a real old school livery from Moffat's Ford XB days. And it suits that Stang to a T. Thank God it was on a Ford, not on a Holden.
Amen.
Oh, Chev, I should say. We are down to the last minute. So we're going to see these lads and ladies go around and get their final laps in, see who's going to do anything about anything. James Scott's in the pits at the moment. Brandon Levin's got himself in the front row. Ryan Nielsen. Wow. Oh, Will Buchanan pops up with a 124.458, 5/100ths on Brandon Levin. Ryan Nielsen is 5/100ths behind Brandon Levin. So we've got some crazy close times going. Mr. Buchanan has picked himself the right time of the season to get some form. Oh, we're going sideways, left and right. He's really rotated the car onto its roof. Oh, a bit of action there. I'm sure Mr. Moffat from upstairs is smiling on that one because he's had his fair share of incidents himself in his past. Well, that was very, very, very close. Nearly up and at him. All right. 14 minutes. We've got 1 minute to go. At the moment, the times are 1.24, so they've got a minute to get to the start and finish to get their final laps in. James Scott is in the pits. Will Buchanan in second place is in the pits. Brandon Levin is out on track, going to have another crack. He is on the bottom screen at the moment. Then we've got Ryan Nielsen in fourth place, so that would be the second row is in the pits. Ryan Mueller is out on track as well. You can see him on the top screen right now having an attack of the track to see if he can get himself up the pointy end, a little bit closer to James Scott. The idea is to get on James Scott's bumper and to stay on it. Top 10's looking pretty impressive. We've got Scott, Buchanan, Levin, Nielsen, Mueller, Page, Banash, Urquhart, Banks, and Sattler, all in the top 10. If you can put up the main ladder there, Cobes, I can have a look to see where the leader AM and Pro-Ams are at the moment positioned. So we've got Brandon Levin Pro-Am in second place. Pretty spectacular effort there by him. And for the AMs, we have got, I believe, Martin Lipsky is leading them all out there in 24th place. So there your pros and AMs at the moment. And we are black flag. We are not black flag, we're checkered flag. So anyone who's on their final lap right now will be able to go out there and finish that has crossed the line already. We've only got Ryan Mueller really out there at the moment. I'm not sure if he's crossed the... Looks like he has. iRacing did a black flag on my end, but on the broadcast it's got 1 minute to go, so I'm not sure if Ryan's lap is going to count or not, but we will have a look at it as we keep going. At the moment he is tracking pretty good. He needs 2/10. If he can get himself up by 1/10, he'll get himself up into third place on the second row, because at the moment he is really 5 100s behind Nielsen and another further 5 100s behind Brandon Levin. He's pulled in the pits. That didn't count. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is our qualifying done. We have got James Scott on the top step with a 1:24.138. We didn't quite clock the 23s, but we gave it a good shake and a good try. The results board will pop up in a second as we catch up. Brett Taylor, we're just waiting for him to come off the track, and then the system will let us do it. There's Brett Taylor driving in the older mobile livery. A little bit of retro in Marcel. Jesus Christ, did you hear that?
Kinda.
That was my dog who just gave me a code brown. Right. Out. All right, that's it. Gonna go outside soon. Here we go, ladies and gents, with a 1:24.138. Pole position goes to James Scott from the Big Chiefs esports team. He has got himself all the way in front of Will Buchanan by 3/10, and then a further 3/10 behind is Brandon Levin from Team SAW Motorsports. Ryan Nielsen in 4th place, further 4/10 behind, and Ryan Mueller in 5th place from PER. 6th place is Stevie Banks from PER, and 7th is Lukey Page. Blake Urquhart in 8th for PER, and then Johnny Benash in 9th and Pete Sattler in 10th. That rounds out your top 10. There is only 1 second difference between the top 10, and all the way down to 20th is 2 seconds, so not a big split of times really between them. 11th place, Scotty Weston with a further 1 second behind, then followed by his teammate Brett Taylor from EWT. Mason Martin from PER in 13th. Johnny Gallen in 14th from PER. 15th from Jeremy Bush. And 16th for Daniel Clutterbuck from TMX. Peter Pav from PER in 17th. Andrew Cowan from Performance Racing in 18th place. Alan Mazzaroli from Tulip Racing in 19th. Marty Hughes from PER in 20th place. We have Jacob Trainer from SRB in 21st. Jordan Williams from Dark Horse Racing in 22nd. Mitch Noble, SRB in 23rd. Martin Lipsky from Tulip Racing in 24th. Di Fellman from Performance Racing in 25th. Stevie Martin from PER in 26th. Alex Azikas from Murray Performance in 27th. And Chris Tumblin from LCR Esports in 28th, followed by his teammate Stevie Daniels in 29th. Aaron Smith, the privateer, is in 30th place. We have got downstairs a few people haven't set a time. It looks like Aaron Smith hasn't set a time. And that's it. Joshy Horton is the race steward today. The race director tonight is our one and only Greg Barber. And the safety car will be driven by Kevin Wakefield. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. Johnny Gallen reckons he's going to die. James Scott is ready, fast, but the way he drives is phenomenal. This is very, very true. Fellas, how are we? Mitchy Noble, focus on the race, mate. Get out of the chat. All right, we are ready to go. Whew. Boys are gritting up. We have got about 20 seconds to go. You can see there's a little bit of a downhill, a bit of a dip there right in the middle of the main straight, and then it drops down to the tight right-hander. Or not so tight, but it's going to get tight once all these cars try to get through that one beautiful corner. For those of you who have been out there in our socials, get on board with Mr. Nathan Shibby Howard brought out his business again. He's dusted off his computer skills. And ladies and gentlemen, we are green. Scott has bogged it down a big way, but we've got 2 or 3 going wide now. We are racing, gold going. We've got Buchanan in the top left-hand corner, followed by Nielsen beside him. Ryan Nielsen behind. Brandon Lever behind him. And Ryan Mueller following that. Oh, man, I've lost it big time tonight. Blakey Urquhart and Stevie Banks, teammates beside him. So James Scott has dropped 7 places. 6 places down to 7th as he came through there, but he's got a little bit of a bump and grind to get around now because these boys are all playing for keeps as they come around the track. There's going to be action galore in the back of the field as well, as we can see the boys coming through, everyone nice and clean. That was my worst start of the year. I apologise for that, peeps, but I tell you what, these boys are going to put on a show that's going to make up for that. Buchanan and Nielsen already 1/10 behind each other. Really close, bumping and grinding. Nielsen is already swapping some paint there with Buchanan and trying to get in and under. Under brakes, he dives under the brakes, very nice and lead beautifully on the inside line. Is he going to be able to hold it all the way through? He's doing it considerably well. Look at this, side by side after a downhill dive. And Nielsen has gone for Lever there. He is going for it tonight, I tell you what. And here we go, Nielsen, then Levin is again. Buchanan's got him back. I'm not sure how he got that exit out of that corner so tight, but the pressure is on under brakes. We've got Nielsen leading it around. Buchanan on the outside line. We've got Brandon Levin. We've got a rotating car. James Scott. He just collected it back in time before he got hit by Banks. I'm not sure how the wiggle come out of that, but I tell you what, it would have been a code brown there for Scott. On the inside line, we've got Buchanan. Outside line, we've got Nielsen. They're fighting it through. Brandon Levin waiting to pick up the crumbs to see where it all ends up. So far, so good. Everyone's been really close. Levin is in underneath Buchanan, making sure that he works real hard. The battle is starting in 2nd and 3rd now, so it's giving Nielsen a bit of time to come through. A little bit of heart and mouth moment there for James Scott, Mr. Watson, but what a start to the race that was.
Yeah, and I know you... You can't park there, mate.
Yep, can't park there.
I know you weren't satisfied with the start, but a few others had a way worse start than what you felt it was. There was one of the Mobile One tribute cars towards the back of the grid. When the lights went out, they didn't go at all. I thought for sure that was going to be a huge calamity. Everyone did a great job avoiding it. It's a big send from Scott. Oh, man, Urquhart tried defending as hard as he could, and there's still more contact.
He's got to be careful there, Urquhart, because your main point is to avoid contact coming through that corner. And the tough thing against James Scott is that he's going to get it all the way in there, and he's going to do a great job. He's pushed that beautifully through. He's given Urquhart nowhere to go but to concede. But the pace that Scott takes through there is amazing. He is a man on a machine. Bottom screen, Cowie is having a bit of a fight there with... Jordan Williams and Johnny Gallants.
I think Trainer almost went around. It was a great save to hold on to it, but that could have been...
There. What? Okay, yeah. Levin is still in 3rd, so that was pretty close. He nearly got involved in that one. Jacob Trainer, you can just see him now there in the Purple Beast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He had to, slam on the binders to avoid absolutely running over whoever that was in front of him. It was a great job of driving to just keep it to that, not completely killing the car in front or just going around. Great job by Trainer. As a big send on Levin.
I tell you what, Nielsen is driving out of his skin. This is 2 weeks in a row we've seen something new out of him. It's like he's found some newfound power. He's obviously touched a new crystal. He's turned into a super driver now. But have a look at Mueller going all over the back of Levin here. He is following him through. He's got to be careful.
He's on the grass.
He's got to stay on track to get that pass from Levin. He's let him back in. He didn't have to let him back in, but he's done it. He's let him back in. from his
Oh, they're leading each other. Oh, boy.
This is close, and James Scott is waiting to pick up the crumbs if anything goes sideways here. That was very, very close there between Levin and Mueller. Mueller did try to take the off track, but Levin was a nice man and let him back on. Bottom screen, we've got Tulip Racing and Aaron Smith and Stevie Martin, Brett Taylor all fighting for it, all having a blast down there. But the pointy end is going crazy. We're only 5 minutes in, and my voice is already starting to feel husky from all this. Not sure which way to look at the moment. Bottom screen and top screen.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yep, Cowie's having a look there. He nearly got nobbled there by Jordan Williams. They got really close near the tail end. Jeremy Bush, Peter Pav having some fun down the bottom of the screen. And on top screen, look at him. Mr. Banks is called one in. Someone served a slowdown on the racing line. That would be, well, is it his own teammates in front of him, unless that was... James Scott got himself a slowdown, so not too sure. But here we go, front of the grid. Nielsen's been caught up. He took out about a second of the lead earlier on, so he must have had a little bit of misfortune coming through. His last lap was a 25.4, so he pace dropped off, 25.7. His pace dropped a few tenths off, so the boys have caught him up. Will Buchanan's putting the pressure on. Ryan Mueller is behind him. Levin is conceded. Levin is the leading Pro-Am at the moment, so... he has got himself in a beautiful title contention.
Yeah, and I think Scott must have got a slowdown or something, because you see he's a couple seconds behind Levin now. When you saw he was knocking on the door of that Camaro just a few laps prior. I don't know if we talked about it or not. My connection kind of died for a few seconds there, so I'm not sure if I missed anything or not.
We let it slide, but Scott did do a 1:24.9, so he's set the fastest lap in that last lap. So if he served the slowdown in that last lap as well, that's going to be amazing what he can do coming through. But Ryan Nielsen has been the, the new shining light in the last few rounds. He's showed some amazing pace. All right, so black and white flag to James Scott for serving the slowdown on the race line. So that is his warning for the night, which is justified. So the rule is if you do get a slowdown, you need to move off the racing line. Even though in these sort of tracks, you could probably roll your way out of it. The idea is to get out of the way so people can race around you. But Ryan Mueller is having a bit of a go there. It will be at... Brandon Levin is having a bit of a go there at Ryan Mueller. They're only a couple of tenths apart at the moment, 4 tenths, and putting the pressure on. Let's find some more action for the bottom screen. I'm going to go down to Geordie Williams and Mitchie Noble. They're all having a bit of fun down the bottom, just a few cars back from where we were. All very, very tight. 3 tenths between, 8 cars. So a lot of bit of work. Jacob Trainer, Hughes, Fieldman, Gallen, Tomlin, Williams, Noble, all backing up on each other. Cowan is putting pressure on Alan Mazzaroli, who we're sitting in 16th place, mate. We haven't usually seen Mazzaroli sit so high.
Yeah, this is a fantastic run for Alan, and one that the doctor ordered. It's been a bit of a rough season for Alan, but this is a fantastic run, being up here in the thick of the class win.
Yep, he's just got passed by Cowan on the bottom screen. And here we got Brandon Levin having a look on the inside a little bit on Ryan Mueller. He's aware that he's got James Scott behind him and putting the pressure on. Scott is hitting lap time after lap time at the moment, getting faster and faster. So Levin is going to expect him chasing him down soon. Me, the way I think, I would get myself in a position where James Scott is able to get in and underneath me and put some pressure on Mueller and then hopefully follow James Scott through past Mueller.
Yeah, definitely a great strategy, one I've employed myself, with the quicker guy kind of do the work for you and just follow right on through. It's a tried and true strategy, honestly.
Yeah, So I call it the Verstappen move because he's done it so many times. So many times. Also Alonso. Crazy human being behind the wheel, that man. We are into the 10-minute mark of an hour of racing, folks. If you're out there and you've got a driver out there supporting family, friends, cousins, teams, whatever it is, let us know. We've got 2 cameras running. We are more than happy to share the front and the back like we are right now.
Ooh. Yeah, you see this
go.
battle going on.
That is amazing. Who we got here? We've got that's Sattler fighting it out with Johnny Benash and Scotty Weston. Look at them all following each other. Let's go PER or RER, sorry.
Yeah, this battle right here is picking up because Urquhart kind of went off into the gravel like the next last corner and caught all of them. Meanwhile, Mueller going for the lead.
Well, I'm just dumbfounded here at the moment. I'm like, what's going on with my SDK? Is something wrong? But Mueller was in like 3rd place at one point, and
yeah, and now
he's got himself in the pointy place. I thought it was my system playing up, but Ryan Mueller has got himself up the pointy end, folks. Last lap was a 21.25.4. Oh, Ryan Nielsen's not quite ready to give that up, and over is Buchanan and Levin, but I don't know. That happened so quick. That was within half a lap. We'll have to see if we can find what exactly happened there, because Mueller was just in front of Levin at one point. And then all of a sudden, the front 2 let him through. Well, the front 2, last lap for the front 3 was 127.9. And Mueller was a 126.9. So something must... Oh, bit of contact. Oh, bit of contact. That's live, is it? I'm hoping that's live. Oh, look at them go.
No, I think this is a replay for the...
It is the replay?
Pass for the lead.
Whoa, that was pretty close on the inside. It unsettled Ryan Nielsen's car a little bit. Nielsen's trying to get it back a little bit underneath Mueller, but Mueller's got the outside line, taking the momentum and pace through that and made it stick big time. I think that's pretty much where we caught up to it earlier on.
Yeah.
Great bit of work there, side by side.
Yeah, and in the meantime, while we were watching the replay, Buchanan is just starting to fall. Levin has gotten by, and now Buchanan has got all over him.
100%. Levin is on fire, man. We've seen, it's Ryan has been, pace has been, whoa, did you see Nielsen's rear end then? He must have heated up those tyres in a big way, because that rear end was just everywhere as he was coming through, and he's losing it again. All right, so Nielsen's maybe overdriven that first few laps, so it's brought him back now to Brandon Levin. Levin's got the exit coming out of that corner all over him. Nielsen's rear end is really struggling. Levin has almost got him up beside him. There's a bit of overlap. He's got enough to put some pressure on, but behind them, doors closed. Buchanan closed the door on Levin as well, so now Levin's got Buchanan on the inside line. James Scott is waiting behind these boys. Levin has done a cracking job, but look at that. James Scott got himself beside Buchanan. He's got Buchanan in position now. He did. He's let it go. I thought he was going to stay beside him and force him wide into the S's here and get alongside, but I tell you what, Levin is in some fine form coming up to the end of this season. Peter Sattler around screen. Yeah, he's around. Oh, he's called that in as well. As we can see those back boys having a bit of fun. Have a look at them.
And bit of contact from Benash, though.
Yeah, a little bit of extra love. A little bit of extra love. Mueller is sitting there thinking, what's happening here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. It's only SDK. James Scott is in a fifth place, and Ryan Mueller is starting to spread his wings a little bit. Scott needs to get up and in there. Levin has closed the door as Buchanan has gone wide and missed his braking point. Now we've got James Scott chasing down Brandon Levin, coming up the hill, coming to the little dip, and then under brakes. Mueller needs to get away right now if he wants to take this race to James Scott, because we are in the 15-minute mark of this. We're at the quarter bay. And Ryan Nielsen is plugging that hole up big time. Brandon Levin behind him and James Scott behind him. But the fastest guy on track is James Scott in fourth place with a 1:24.9. But these boys are holding him back in a big way. Oh, Bob Screw, look at this. Three wide. Cowards on the inside.
That ended exactly as we were expecting it would.
That did not go to plan. Chris Tomlin ended up in there as well. That's worth a bit of a replay. Under brakes, they missed their marker. 3 wide they were. Have a look at this. Oh, he's missed it. And who is that? It was one of the PR boys.
No,
I think it was Di, maybe. Into the side of Geordie. And then Geordie got collected by the LCR of Tomlin as well. So a bit of work there. But the pointy end is still going strong.
Oh, big send from Levin on Nielsen.
Oh,
he's going to do it. Move him up into second.
As well. Nielsen's trying to close the door. He's trying to get back in underneath. There's a bit of a side draft going both ways there. Levin's giving a side out to Nielsen. Nielsen to James Scott. Under brakes. Levin just wants to squeeze that a little bit more as he can. Oh, he's missed his break point. He's missed it big time. Levin has gone out wide, ladies and gentlemen, but good old Nielsen's held that line, but James Scott has come in underneath, and Levin lost 2 places out of that. Just a little bit of a late break there. Buchanan's putting the pressure on again, but Nielsen has got himself, Mueller has got himself 1.8 ahead, watching these boys battle it away. I'm not sure if Nielsen's going to make it easy.
And what's frustrating if you're Brandon Levin is I don't think he needed to do that. He obviously went into the corner thinking he had to go into the corner as hard as he could to make sure that he didn't give Nielsen or Scott an opportunity to get alongside of him. But I think if he just braked in the normal way, he would have been all right. He had plenty of gap between them, but just tried to push it just that little bit, just absolutely airmailed it. Is now seeing both of them that he had just passed start to pull away.
The only thing he's really got to be stoked about is that his closest opponent is in 15th place, which is Mitchie Noble a Pro-Am? He is, isn't he? Yes. Yeah, so Mitchie Noble is his competitor down there and all the way down. So Brandon's having a cracking night. Am I right there downstairs?
Urquhart is the next Pro-Am at about under...
Oh, yep, there he is in 7th.
Yeah, under 4 seconds. So it's still a good gap, but it doesn't matter what class you're in. When you're up here in the top 5, just 2 cars behind P2 overall, the class win is kind of the last thing on your mind. You want the... You want that big crown of the overall podium. Someone around. Oh, no. Boy.
Yeah. Tulip car went round in the back. I'm not sure which Tulip that was, but there's also a bit of contact there between Cal.
Alan Mazzaroli. Oh, man. He was on such a good run.
Yeah. Oh, Cal just rotated around all the way. He's lost that in a big, big way.
Looks like Banash penalized for the incident with Sattler and Dye penalized for the incident with Williams at T1.
That's Dye Feldman. So that was that contact we saw earlier on where the back markers all got involved. Alan Mazzaroli here. Yeah, Cowie's just called another one in as well. This is the replay we're just watching here. Cowie got a little bit of extra love there by one of the boys, and he's lucky he's kept it off the wall. He's lost a couple of places, 4, 5, 6 places, all the way down to Brett Taylor, but a cracking bit of work there. Ryan Mueller is still fighting it out the pointy end. He's got 1.3 seconds on the back of James Scott. And, oh, my God, Lipsky must have had a code brown then, trying to get out of the way when James Scott came around that corner.
Yeah, that was the last thing you wanted to see in your mirror of your Lipsky.
Yep. Levin's putting pressure back on Ryan Nielsen now, going for it. There's Di Feldman coming through for her drive-through.
And it looks like we have our first pit stop. Mason Martin, you see right in front of Di. First one to make the stop.
I'm not sure if that was to do some repairs as well. But we'll, because it's fairly early. We're only at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the send from Levin.
He is on fire at the moment.
Levin got him. But here comes Nielsen on the crossover.
Yep.
Nielsen's going to get him back.
Oh, Buchanan's taking it in as well. Buchanan got an excellent exit out of that corner while those two were fighting. They slowed right down. But Nielsen's in trouble now. For Buchanan's got the outside line. Levin. Oh, that was Jacob Trainer closing the door on Levin. I hope it wasn't while they were in the braking zone, but Levin is putting the pressure on Buchanan now as well. Side by side, they come through. He's let him on them through. So these top five have changed positions left, right, and centre over the last 6 or 7 laps, but the fight is still on for young and old. Oh, James Scott is hunting down Ryan Mueller. He's got him down. I'm going to go to the bottom screen for that. While we watch these battles here, Ryan Mueller had 1.5 seconds. He is down to half a second gap. So we've got James Scott almost on the back of his bumper. This is going to be interesting to watch. He's not going to let him go, that's for sure.
Yeah, so far the recovery drive for Scott off of that not ideal start is absolutely...
He missed the clutch altogether, didn't he?
Yeah, it was just weird because you would have not expected that from him at all.
He did it once last season early on, but haven't seen him do it ever since. Putting the pressure now. He's got an excellent exit out of the last corner. He's on the back of Mueller now. He's got a gap of 0.2. Under brakes, Mueller will make this car as wide as possible. It'll be almost like the Pelican has its wings open as it's coming through. And we know how big the wings are on a Pelican, so it's going to be very hard to pass.
I don't know enough about birds to add a pun to this.
It's all good, mate. Down the bottom, we've got a great little bit of fight there. Peter Pav's being chased down by Daniel Clutterbuck and Jeremy Bush from the Locked On lads there, having a great little tussle. In front of them is Scotty Weston, who's on his own. He's got a bit of a gap there at the moment. He's got 3 seconds. In front of him is Lukey Page, and a further 3 seconds behind him is Peter Pav. But at the top end of the screen, we have got the Locked On lads at the moment hunting down. Where is he? He's disappeared off my screen. Hunting down Daniel Clutterbuck and good old, he's not really old, but Peter Pav. Not old as my white beard. I'm growing a beard at the moment. I look like Santa Claus. It's gone completely white.
Nielsen on pit lane.
Nielsen is in. Now, this is a pit. This is maybe an undercut effort to get away into some clean air under these boys. So we've got Nielsen coming in, James Scott, Ryan Mueller at the pointy end on the bottom screen. As you can see them side by side. Oh, my God, it nearly went west. Oh, James Scott all the way outside. And nearly came to grips with both of them. They got stuck on each other, but they've come around the corner now. Ryan has got himself back in the lead spot and getting around there. I'm going to go back to Nielsen to see where he comes out in that pit strategy. He's coming out now, and you can see that looks like Buchanan. No, Johnny Benash has gone in as well. As you can see, the back boys of the LCR team coming through in one of the Tulip cars. And out comes Mr. Trainer, Mr. Nielsen, sorry.
Yeah, that is not ideal for Nielsen. Trying to get the clean air on the undercut, he's come out in the absolute opposite. Now he has to spend all that time trying to get past these cars, and that's really going to take this strategy, especially being right there behind for pretty much the entirety of the first sector. Oh, that's got to be agonizing.
Yep. Especially as he wants some free air, wants to get his tyres warmed up in his own way. He's having a look to see how he's going to get around, but that car in front of him from Alan Mazzaroli is really blocking him up at the moment. He'll probably get a good tow coming into the final corner and then down the main straight and take him from there. But the top screen, ladies and gents, we've got Ryan Mueller, elbows out, wings out, fighting it off with James Scott. And then behind that, we've got Brandon Levin. That's not right. That's Buchanan in front of Levin at the moment.
And there's job done for Nielsen, but man, it took him basically an entire lap to get that done.
Oh, there's a back marker between them. That's why I thought it was Buchanan sitting in there in front of Levin, but it's not. Levin is in third place now because we saw Mr. Nielsen go into the pits. Buchanan's in the pits as well. Mason Martin's gone through. Ryan Nielsen, Di Feldman, John Gallen, Jacob Trainer, Stevie Martin, Johnny Benash, all Marty Hughes, all gone through the pits. Front end is still early days. Buchanan's got himself past Nielsen down the bottom as well.
Whoa!
Both in the pits. Both in the pits. Let's have a look where Ryan Nielsen comes out of all this and Will Buchanan. They are on the bottom screen at the moment. Nielsen is fighting it out with Buchanan. Buchanan is right in front of him, plugging him up at the moment. And looking fine. Brandon Levin's gone in the pits as well. No, he hasn't. This system's lying to me.
Oh, Senra from oblivion from Nielsen.
Yeah.
How did he get that car stopped?
He's doing so well at the moment, racing for BAR. He's got himself in a groove. He's obviously got setups that suit him at the moment, but have a look at him come through there and the pace he's taken through that top corner. But Buchanan got a great exit as well. So Buchanan's side by side now, trying to have a look to see where they are. Where is the rest of the field? James Scott, Ryan Mueller are up the road in front of these two boys. I'm going to take that up the screen so you can see where they are. Ryan Mueller is just following there, and there they are, not too far behind. So the battle is still on for the second, third position between those boys. Let's see what happens to Brandon Levin. He stayed out in the clean air. Is it going to be clean air enough for him to make up the place and come out in front of Nielsen and Bush and Buchanan, I should say? Oh, he's in. He's in. I'm going to take it there to Mr. Nielsen to see where he comes out in relation to those drivers that he was racing with. So he was racing with Will Buchanan in 8th place. He was between him and Ryan Nielsen. So between 8th and 9th, the top 4 have gone in. We've got Levin, Banks, Weston, and Bush all in. Cowan's just gone in as well. So let's see how they go. The boys are coming across the line now. Have a look at that. There they are right in front of him. So he's come back out into the field right behind Will Buchanan and Ryan Nielsen. He's got a back marker of Lukey Page just coming in underneath him, but he's made it just in time. Lukey Page is pitted too, so Lukey Page has got himself on one spot. Biggest mover so far is Stevie Martin, Chris Tomlin, Stevie Daniels up 6 places. Oh, Tomlin's just gone up 7 places at the moment. Peter Pav up 7 as well in 10th place. A cracking bit of work there. And we are just about to hit the halfway mark, viewers.
Just curious looking at the gaps after all this, you know, seeing how much of a gap Scott was able to have over Mueller despite them literally being nose to tail pulling on on the pit lane. I'm just curious on the fuel differences, and this is only going to be a one-stop race, right? Question
James
mark?
Scott was up on the sticks for 20 seconds. Ryan Mueller was up on the sticks for 23. So that's a big difference. 3 seconds he's lost in the pit transfer. Levin was up for 23 as well. Whereas Lukey Page behind them, he was up for 15 seconds. That looks like a bit of a short fill. Mason Martin as well. Few short fills there.
Yeah, so it makes you wonder if we're done with pitting, because obviously, as you can gather, we don't quite have the exact fuel numbers and what fuel mileage is looking like for everyone. So we're kind of just having to figure it out as we go. And with the differences in pit times, I'm wondering if we are going to get a second stop from everyone, and this is just a difference in strategy on how much fuel to take at the different stops. You know, I immediately think back to the season opener from last season at Hockenheim, where after the first stop, James Scott was a mile ahead of Leonage, and on the second stop, Leonage was able to short fill, and Scott had to put more in, and it ended up completely flipping the time difference and ended up with Leonage with a huge lead after the pit stop. So part of me is wondering if we might be on for something similar here between these two. I don't know at this point.
Look, you could be honest. There could be a late pit there. Scott's only taken 20 seconds on the stick, so quite likely. He's just done a 1:24.4. He is 3/10 faster than Ryan Mueller's fastest time, which he just set as well. So the boys are all setting fast times. They've gapped out on each other, so we're going to see them all catch up and get close to each other again. The battle at the moment will go to the bottom screen for Johnny Gallen, Jacob Trainer, and Peter Sattler, all having a great bit of fun there. Johnny Gallen's in the PER Pelican car, and Trainer in the Purple Beast, followed by Pete Sattler in a Como Tyres livery. So the boys are having a bit of fun, followed by Mitchie Noble. What's his livery looking like? Oh, he's got the Brotherhood, the Sim Racing SRB logo on there. Do you love that purple that Jacob Trainer's sporting out there?
Absolutely, and the spec map they have on it, that little bit of sheen to it, just absolutely pops in the sunlight.
Ryan, James Scott, has he had an episode, or is it just my system is having an episode? No, my system is having an episode. James Scott has set another fastest lap, a 1:24.412. Some cracking pace out there. The top five are all gapped out on each other now. Brandon Levin's finally putting pressure on Nielsen now. He's got right on the back of them. So after that transition through the pits, they've caught up to each other.
Car going around in the back. It's Noble.
Oh, Noble's having a bit of fun.
Yeah, big tank slapper, a little bit of overcorrect at the end that just shot the Mustang in the other direction. Didn't hit anything, thankfully. Yeah,
here goes the rear end. Boop, 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 boop. ABS? No ABS. Gotcha. Well, he's lucky he's kept it off the wall as well.
Yeah.
In that car at the moment is his pride and his tyres. Duck there, you're going to hit that BWT sign.
That is so lucky. When you do that right at that part of the track with as close to the wall as you are, and you have no damage, you are a lucky boy after that. That should have been disaster. This 11 with a great crossover on Nielsen on the second screen.
Did you see the exit Levin took out of that corner? The grip on the rear end was spectacular. He's putting the pressure on, not enough to put some fear of God into.
Oh,
He's got
another
underneath
crossover.
him. Over under move. A little bit of bump there by Nielsen back to make sure he knows that he's not giving it up. But Brandon Levin, what a drive that is. Beautiful 1-2 underneath Nielsen and gets it done. The question is he going to be able to hold him off as they come to the straight and get onto the last few corners there, where we've seen Mr. Nielsen show a lot of pace. I always mix up Trainer and Nielsen for some reason. I don't know why.
We don't understand why either, but fantastic bit of overtaking from Brandon right there. That was incredible. That was some superior racecraft, how he was able to set up those crossovers so perfectly and just being able to keep the car far enough alongside to when finally the corner started to favor his position on the track, he was just able to take it and start to eke out a little bit of a gap here now.
He really was hanging on, wasn't he, till he got to the corner, which gave him that bit of advantage. Bottom screen, the boys are having a great little bit of fight there. Peter Pav, Daniel Clutterbuck on the outside, under brakes in the Ford TMX livery. He's pumping his brakes, trying to get himself some false ABS. Takes the last corner with a lot of pace. And here comes Peter Pav back on the inside, making sure he knows he's there and not letting him through as they come now through the final corner. Clutters takes a little bit of dirt and a little bit of curb. He's got a bit of pace coming through there, but Peter Pav shuts the door. Clutters goes back underneath him on the outside line. Bit of driving like we saw from Nielsen and Levin, but Clutters is taking the outer and under, not trying to make it work at the moment. Behind him, he's got Scotty Weston and Jeremy Bush fighting it as well, so they're slightly catching up. It's going to be a four-way fight. Oh, one of the Tulip cars that looks like Mazzaroli got a bit drift mode.
I think Kobe said it was Lipsky, actually.
Lipsky? We'll just go for Tulip. Clutters is on the bottom of Peter Pav again, bottom screen, taking the inside line as they're coming down the hill. He is taking it all the way. Pav takes a bit of dirt there, but hangs onto the car. He's got the grip through. Beautiful work there by Clutterbuck underneath and inside. Rotated around by...
Meanwhile, Scotty Weston going around behind.
Scotty Weston, was that Scotty Weston going around?
It was.
Beautiful bit of work there by the boys. Woo. Tell you what, they're keeping us in check tonight, and Ryan Nielsen, Brandon Levin still fighting for it. Clutterbuck and Pavlovic all off track for Clutter.
Did he get help?
He's gone out wide. He's just held it. Just held it. He lost the spot, but they'll live to fight another day at least.
Oh, we're three. We're three. Yeah. We're three.
Oh, look at this. Underneath. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be tight. Oh, Trainer getting a bit of nobble there as he comes through there. He is making it work real hard. We've got Johnny Gallen, Peter Sattler, Jeremy Bush coming through those corners together. Here we got Gallen having a look. Is he going to be able to get past Bush? No, he's tucked in behind him. They've all followed suit behind each other. As you can see, the bottom screen, Peter Pav has taken a little bit of a breathe as Clutters is trying to recollect himself and get back in the pressure. That's the fighting down the back end of the screen. And these boys have been putting on the show like crazy. Then we've got Brandon Levin is slowly pulling away from Ryan Nielsen. I was going to say Lukey Page then for some reason. I went cross-eyed. But James Scott is in a league of his own at the moment tonight. He's pulled out a nice little gap there of, 3/10. But Ryan Mueller, some critical points tonight up the pointy end. And Will Buchanan up there again. It looks like the same top four as last week. Scott, Mueller, Buchanan, and Levin.
Man,
pretty much the same.
Jonathan Gallen.
Great bit of... Oh, that's right. Gallen was up there, wasn't he?
No, I'm just watching him right now. He had a massive tank slapper just a couple corners ago, just full on slaloming, trying to keep control of that car.
Nielsen, Mueller must have had a bit of a episode. Oh, just got out of the way. Oh my goodness, that was so close. That could have gone south very, very easy. Mueller must have had a little bit of incident of something slowed down at some point. He looks like he lost 5/10 somewhere, but he's dropped 6 seconds on James Scott. At one point, he was only about 2.5, 3 seconds. So I'm not too sure what's going on there. Clutterbuck on the bottom of Pav at the moment. He is having a look as well. As you go to the top screen, we swapped perfectly in there, Kobe. Oh, Clutters is really pushing that car. The rear end is sliding everywhere as he's going for it. Then we've got Johnny Gallen. I'm going to skate back to down the boys down there. They're having a great little tete-a-tete down there too.
Yeah, these three have not gotten away from each other in age. Oh! No, it's one of the LCR, Daniels.
Oh, Davey Daniels just got out of the way then of James Scott. I thought it was going to be contact, but not quite. But we got Gallen, got the pressure now of Johnny Benash down the bottom screen. They're going for it big time. And Jacob Trainer chasing him down. They're having a bit of a look, going side by side. Not quite enough side by side. My eyes are deceiving me. But Johnny Gallen has got himself in a great position. Up 8 places at the moment. Peter Pav. Cracking bit of driving there from the PR lad.
Absolutely, one of the biggest movers of the race right now.
Yeah.
In fact, I think he is the biggest mover of the race right now.
Yeah, he's up 8 places. The next highest would be at 6, which is Mitchy Noble, Daniel Clutterbuck. And then Lukey Page up 5. Brandon Levin, has he just been passed? No, he hasn't. Buchanan, he's still in 4th. SDK's doing some weird background. We are down to the last 20 minutes, viewers. So if Lukey Page has just gone in for another pit stop, he is in. So it'll be interesting to see how this folds out. Are we expecting more pit stops from these boys out there? We all sit there as we tap our chin and go, what do we expect next? Great bit of work. Have a look at Johnny Benash on the back of Johnny Gallen there.
Oh, Johnny shuts the door.
Yeah. Their brains will be going overtime right now because Trainer's getting in there as well. Benash on the back of Gallen and then Trainer on the back of Benash. He was right up there as well. But the fights are going all over the place. These guys are about 3/10 gap between each other at this point. Going for it. Marty Hughes is in the pits as well. We've seen another car go in. Mitchy Noble has had... No, not Mitchy Noble. Lukey Page is the only one so far. But he's come out in 15th, mate. He was up a lot higher than that, wasn't he?
Yeah, not really sure what's going on with that.
Great little battle here on the bottom screen. These boys are really going for it. James Scott is on his lowest. He's breaking that out to 7 seconds. He's literally doing 3/10 a lap faster. Oh, no, he nearly did. Whoa. 9/10 faster in that last lap than Mueller. So Mueller went down to a 26.3. Buchanan was a 26.0. And Brandon Levin at 25.5. Brandon Levin he's got some cracking pace coming back now. He is almost at the same pace as James Scott at the moment. James Scott did a 25.4 and Brandon Levin 25.5.
Benash with the stand on Gallen. His Trainer brings it in behind them. Jacob Trainer on pit lane.
He's in. He wants to get away from this battle and get away from Gallen and Benash. Be interesting to see how that battle unfolds there with the pit stops.
Yeah, I'm guessing my off-base speculation of a second stop may not be so off-base as we thought. Or I thought at any rate.
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. Not at all. Looks like we could be on there. Well, James Scott was on there the least, apart from John Gallen, who was up there for 18 seconds, and Lukey Page was up there for 18 seconds as well. So they have both gone into the pit. So if Gallen's gone up on... So if Scott's gone up for 20... Then here we go. Nielsen's in, Urquhart's in. So watching those boys go in as well now. They're on the bottom. Both of us are on the bottom screen. Let's see where they come out. Nielsen wants to be coming out as high as possible. Levin is now launching an attack on Buchanan. He has been about 8/10 faster a lap the last few laps on Buchanan. Buchanan must be trying to fuel save a little bit, I think.
And it makes you wonder if that's the reason why the sudden pace difference, Mueller to Scott on this stint, is because maybe Mueller, yeah.
And the question is Mueller, how much fuel saving is Mueller doing to try to get to the very end? As you look at this top screen at the moment, these boys are all behind each other like crazy. I think that's Scotty Weston, Blake Urquhart, Bush, Sattler and Ryan Nielsen. Yes, it is. Nielsen is caught out behind these boys. He's come out in a really bad spot. Really bad spot. He's got the pace above these boys. And he's bottlenecked himself. He's literally 5/10. His fastest lap is 5/10 faster than these boys. So he's got a lot of work to do trying to get back to where he was. Oh, he's gone in underneath. Whoa! He's low percentage move there. Nielsen's in as well. Levin's in the pits as well. Ryan Mueller's in the pits as well, and Banks. So let's see what happens here. Oh, Mueller's got a meatball? What happened there? Oh, Buchanan's got a meatball. Oh, there he is.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's getting a tow. He's getting a tow. This could be the boys in the pits. This could be a safety car. I'm not... Where is he?
It looks like he's in the gravel trap in turn 1.
Oh, this could be... Oh, I'm not sure if it's going to be a safety car or not, depending on how close he is and how critical position he's not that far off the track either. Safety car
is out.
Yep. He was... what the funny thing is, have a look at this. Levin has just come out of pits. Ryan Mueller's just come out of pits. Now, James Scott is going in the pits. Where is he going to come out? Is he got enough of a gap up there? Oh, I'm going to get the Ryan Mueller is on my screen. He's coming through. Let's see what happens. Where's James Scott going to come out, folks? Is he going to come out behind Levin and Mueller? This could be a bit of a game changer. That safety car has put a spanner in the works. Dum, dum, dum. Look at the sound machine. Wah, 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 wah.
Scott is out. Here comes Mueller, and looks like Scott's going to come out ahead.
Yeah. Where's the safety car? And Levin has got himself back in the third place. He has done a cracking job there. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, by the time this safety car goes around, we are now at the 47-minute mark. We're going to have a 10-minute sprint. This is going to be gloves off. James Scott, Ryan Mueller, Brandon Levin, Blake Urquhart, Ryan Nielsen at the pointy end. Let me just get some beverage down my throat and get my tonsils ready because this is going to be mega.
Yeah, you thought the battles at the early part of this race were wild. Oh, boy.
Gotta get hot, baby. Hot wings hot. But Urquhart has moved up. He was like about 7 places behind Brandon Levin. No, correction. About 4 places behind behind Brandon Levin early on when Levin was leading the Pro-Ams through there. So he's got himself back up to the point here. Really good. Scotty Weston sitting in 6th place as an AM. What a cracking effort there by Scotty Weston.
And he's not even the only AM in the top 10. Brett Taylor's right there in P9.
Yeah. Yep. God, can you imagine we've got 2 teammates too. Oh, but also 2 teammates fighting for the title against each other as well. Oh, this could be interesting. Things are warming up, peeps. While you're out there, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Please. It's for free. It costs nothing. Squelch, nothing, except for a little bit of maybe RSI from pushing that button. So please do that, like, subscribe. Also, a big, massive thank you to the people that support us behind the scenes and get the doors open for us every week. Mozaracing for a fantastic sponsorship for 2025, looking up to the Super Formula Lights. Night Shift Collection for being part of the stream sponsorship. Check out their Facebook page and their store for some apparel. The boys and girls down at excuse me. No, boys or girls. It's only boys down there. Andrew down at Grim Industry for Grim Industries. Amazing tables that they're doing. They're really getting them out there everywhere, and it is amazing to see. If you go back and watch some of our earlier Channel 31 stuff, we had the V8 coffee table, Pride and Joy out in front, and then Top Gear copied us, and now there's another show that's copied us as well that does it too. But special thank you to them for supporting us. Phoenix Driver Development. If you're into the V8 Supercars, Gen 2, Gen 3, these lads will get you faster. They can do one-on-one sessions or team sessions, but you can also buy setups from them as well as part of the package. Then, not last but not least, there's Shunt Scenery as well, so I haven't forgotten about them. So Greg Barber, our race director, and his partners do some 3D imaging for flight simulations. So if you're after anything like that, please reach out to those boys. They'll look after you. And last but not least, the legends that are Warren and Brown. The Warren and Brown tools. Check it out for Christmas. Get your parents something, your mum, dad, doesn't matter. Even mum can learn how to use a wrench, that's for sure. Thank you for their support since the doors have opened, and hopefully we can continue with them in the coming year. If you are after a naming rights sponsorship, we are looking for something for the GT3s on Sundays and some other racing that will be coming on Sundays as well. But there's also stream spots as well. So reach out to me, and hopefully we can put something together. Safety car is now leaving the field. No more weaving. James Scott has got control. This is going to be epic as you see them now. James Scott is in the front spot. Mueller in the second. Brandon Levin third. Blake Urquhart fourth. Ryan Nielsen fifth. You can see them all looking very, very closely. How clean is this going to go? Where in this track is James Scott going to go? There's a bit of a dip on the main straight just before the control line. So let's see what he does. Here we are, final corner. We have 8 minutes left. It's going to be a super sprint. We are green, green, green. We are going. James Scott has put the pedal down all the way through. Ryan Mueller has got on the back of him pretty much straight away. Levin is followed close pursuit. Levin was right up behind him. Oh, Urquhart has done a dive out of Arizona all the way down into close proximity. And looks like he is taking out his own teammate as well. Ryan Mueller, we'll have to watch that back a little bit later. But James Scott, Ryan Nielsen, Blake Urquhart, Levin. Levin had to get out of the way very, very quickly as Urquhart came through, steaming under brakes. Ryan Mueller is losing the rear end, and he's lost a hell of a lot of places in there. We'll have to go back and decipher that. But James Scott has taken Ryan Nielsen now 1.26 seconds. He is on fire, and the boys have done the work for him. They have taken each other out of the comp, and now we are fighting for the minor spots. Looking for Nielsen. Here we go. We've got Mueller coming down there, Levin on there, and look at this all the way down. Boom, shakalaka-laka.
He did. He got him. Oh, my.
He got him. Did he hit his own teammate as well?
He did. At least from what I saw, it sure looked like there was contact. That is.
Yeah. So, unfortunate. That was a stamp that was not going to be delivered, and a little bit of over-ambition coming down into that part of the track. Tyres wouldn't have been that warm. So, unfortunately, there for Urquhart, I'd say he's going to get himself a drive-through for causing an incident, but we'll leave that downstairs to the race control boys. But at the moment, we've got James Scott in first place, Ryan Nielsen in second, Blake Urquhart in third, Brandon Levin fourth, Lukey Page fifth, Stevie Banks sixth, Scotty Weston seventh, Brett Taylor in eighth.
Yeah,
Andrew Cowan ninth and Mason Martin 10th.
To be a fly in the wall of the Pelicans voice chat right now.
There's a big points loss just then. Ryan Mueller is dropped down to 12th place, viewers. He was second to James Scott and hunting him down. Lukey Page has gone out wide. He's come back on track there. Looked like he come back in front of the boys a little bit. Mueller is trying to resurrect something here. Peter Pav's let him go. Peter Pav's gone wide to open him up. He's got a few teammates in front of him that will hopefully let him pass so he can get some critical points back, because it's not that time of the season where you want to lose it. He's got another one in front of him. Mason Mart is there in front of him now as well. Will Mason move over? He's on the bottom screen right now. He is going to, by the look of it. I'm not sure. They're getting very close to each other. I think he'll be able to do it down the main straight. He wiggled out of that corner as he comes through and tries to get some positions back. He's on the inside. Mason Mart's on the inside of Clutters. Oh! Mason Martin Clutters. Oh, no, there was Brett Taylor. I'm not sure if there was contact there with Mason Martin and Taylor, but Taylor got shunted into the wall. I couldn't quite see what the contact was like, but we'll see what that is. There's two big decisions coming through.
Was that netcode? Because I swore I didn't see any. Oh, nope, that was definitely not netcode.
Yep, Mason Mountain has just moved over into him, just given him enough nudge to unstabilize the car and put him into wall. Mr. Taylor was not happy because he was battling out with his own teammate for critical championship points. He has lost those championship points now. He is all the way down. Oh, man, where's he gone? I can't even see him. Down at 22nd. And he was just behind Scotty Weston in 6th, 7th place. Brandon Levin is still fighting Blake Urquhart in front of him, and Ryan Nielsen in front of him. He's the bit of the bottleneck. Then we've got Stevie Banks 4 seconds behind those boys, following by Scott Weston, and behind that, Lukey Page has got a gaggle of about 10 cars. He's got Cowan, Mueller, Martin, Pavlovich, Bush, Banash, Gallen, Trainer, Noble, all following him and chasing him down. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the last 3.5 minutes as Brandon Levin's having a look on the inside of Urquhart. I'm not sure how Urquhart's feeling right now, but if there was contact between him and his teammate Mueller, it's going to be a sour pill to swallow at the end of the night. Mueller's still making his way through. He got past Cowan, he's got past Martin. Now he's got to get past Scotty Weston to get some critical points back. I'm sure if he gets up near Stevie Banks in 5th place, Banks here will give it to him. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Hit the back of Scotty Weston!
And he's going around too!
Oh, no! He's rotated Scotty Weston in the same moment. In the same moment, he's taken himself out as well. Oh,
this has been a very unpleasant 4 laps for the Pelicans, and there's another Pelican going around.
Oh, 20 post race point. 553. Ryan Mueller got contact for some penalty points for contact as well. I think it was for this incident we just saw now.
Yeah, and then Banash going around, and then Callan's gonna gets hip checked and goes around.
Yep, Urquhart as well, 20 post point race points. So he will be going through. Oh, Blake Urquhart's just caught something through. He's got himself 20 penalty points. Can we see what happened there? We're following all this racing.
Because Levin's ahead of him now.
Yeah. Was there contact with Levin? It doesn't really matter between the two of them because Urquhart's got himself 20 penalty points, so Levin probably would have just finished in front of him. But we'll have a look to see what the situation is there. but lots of going off and on everywhere. But James Scott is oblivious to all this. He's just out front, loving the dream. Ryan Nielsen has got himself up into second place again after a cracker bit of form over the last few weeks. And in the points and on the top step, Brandon Levin, I'm not sure if he's going to keep that spot with the contact. I'm not sure if there was contact there with Urquhart because we haven't seen the replay yet, but we'll see what the story was.
Also, I think we have a car parked on on one of the gravel traps right now. Still, I couldn't quite tell who it was, but oh no! And another. Oh man!
Scotty Weston's gone wide. We are down to the last 30 seconds. Bottom screen. Do we have the final lap? Is there a white flag? That is a white flag. So it looks like James Scott is coming around on the bottom screen at the moment, viewers. He is going to be taking it out tonight, and he's coming down the final few corners to come through the final lap of round 7 of the Warren and Brown VA Supercars as he comes in under the bridge. Just goes through nicely and smoothly. Not a worrying moment in his brain at all. The boys have taken care of each other for him and left it for him to do. Round 7 of the V8 Supercars is coming to a close. James Scott with the fastest lap of the 124.412 on his Lowsome is coming around the final few corners. Look at it. There it is. He is coming up the hill as he takes it. He's not doing any special wiggles or anything like that. But ladies and gentlemen, V8 Supercars brought to you by Warren and Brown Tools. Round 7 has been taken out by James Scott as he comes across the line, being followed by Ryan Nielsen in second place. Brandon Levin comes across in third place, followed by Blake Urquhart in fourth. The Pelicans are still coming in hard and strong with Banksy coming behind him and Lukey Page coming in sixth place. Andrew Cowan's got himself up to 7th place. Mason Martin in 8th place. Jeremy Bush in 9th and Mickey Noble in 10th.
So it looks like because of Martin's penalty, Chris Tomlin is going to be the AM winner.
Oh, there you go. That is a nice one to, not a nice one to see, but a little bit of extra spice to the night as this racing has been pretty awesome. 11 going a bit of sideways there. He's a happy chappy. That's 2 weeks. Was that 2 weeks in a row in the box? No, he missed out last week. But he's up the pointy end and a little bit fortunate there. Oh, he's trying a bit of drift expression. A little bit fortunate there that I'm not sure. Did we see contact between him and Urquhart? Was there contact or did Urquhart go wide? I'm not sure. But the big question is, massive question is, what's going through Ryan Muir's head at the moment? Where did it all go wrong? Will the team be having chats?
I want to know what's going through the whole team's mind. Stevie Banks up in P5. I think he's the only Pelican car that wasn't involved in some heartbreaking calamity after in the safety car restart. Like, that was a really rough 8 minutes for the entire organization. Some of it not their fault. Some of it,
That's doing a burnout for us. A little bit of backstory down there. Mason Martin has called an incident in the second last lap. And wants to know the implications of that. Unfortunately, the implications of that probably be post-race penalties if something does come off it. But at the moment, we have got, as they stand, we have got James Scott, the winner of tonight's round 7, Ryan Nielsen in second place, and the top step completed for third place is Brandon Levin, who's also the Pro-Am. So that leaves us to, I believe, is it Chris Tomlin as the AM winner? Chris Tomlin and the AM winner. So those 4 will be coming into the room for a bit of a chin wag. Oof. Tell you what, they like to keep us on our toes.
Yeah, those last 8 minutes. Holy crackers, what a wild stretch of racing.
Yeah, look, before we go into the top numbers just there, up 16 places, Chris Tomlin, to take out the AMs tonight. So cracking bit of work there. Mitchy Noble up 13. Another big mover, Andrew Cowan, up 11 places. So some cracking work there by some drivers tonight with a really strong field. But let's have a look at the points the results as we finish round 7 of the Warren Brown V8 Supercars Championship. The top step, ladies and gentlemen, is taken out by James Scott from the Big Chiefs by 3.5 seconds to Ryan Nielsen from Sim Racing Brotherhood. Brandon Levin from Team SRW Motorsports in 3rd place, taking out 3rd outright and the Pro-Am top spot as well. Blake Urquhart from PER got himself into 4th place, followed by the team principal, Stevie Banks from PER, into 5th. Great bit of driving there by Stevie coming through. Places, 1 place up, but a cracking drive as well. Lukey Page, privateer, in 6th place. Andrew Cowan up in 11 places after thinking, I actually thought he was having a dismal run for Performance Sim Racing. Got himself back up into 7th after that safety car. Jeremy Bush in 8th place. Mitchy Noble from SRB in 9th place. Pete Sattler in 10th place. As we go down the order as well, and while these boys get ready for a bit of a chin wag with us, let's see what the rest of the field did look like. Chris Tomlin, our AMS winner, up in 11th place. Crack a bit of work there from LCR Esports. Jacob Trainer had a pretty good night tonight, up in 12th place for SRB. Jordan Williams from, what is it called? Black Horse Racing or something. I can't remember right now. Sorry, Jordan. I just can't remember, and it's too small to read. Johnny Banash in 14th. Marty Hughes from PER in 15th. Stevie Martin, PER in 16th. Peter Pavlovich in 17th from PER. Stevie Daniels from LCR Esports in 18th place. And in 19th, Daniel Clutterbuck from TMX. 20th place is Mason Martin from PER. With 10 more to go. And a cracking night out there. 21st place, Alan Mazzaroli from Tulip Racing. Brett Taylor, unfortunately, the contact with Mason Martin cost him the top step for the AMS tonight. He is in 22nd place, just 1 spot ahead of his teammate, Scotty Weston from EWT. Ryan Mueller from PER, unfortunately, by the look of it, did get a bit of extra love from his teammate. And it all went downhill for the young lad after that. Not a night he wants to remember. Probably one he'll take as a drop round. Di Feldman from PER in 25th place. Johnny Gallen, after some really good work over the last few weeks, had a few incidents that pinned him down to 26th place from PER. Martin Lipsky from Tulip Racing in 28th. Will Buchanan, 27th. Aaron Smith in 29th place. And we had some boys that didn't finish, but Alex Zizekas was one of them. Aaron Smith, unfortunately. But we have got Greg Barber, our race director tonight. Thank you for your work. And Joshua Horton, our race steward and safety car driver, was Kevin Wakefield. Thank you to the boys downstairs. Let's have a bit of a chin wag, ladies and gents, to the boys that got the merit tonight, got themselves onto some podiums for their classes tonight. And if I can just find Discord and see where it's gone on me, and then we can have a bit of a chin wag. What do you reckon, Mr. Watson?
Yes, sir.
Who do we have in the booth? As I close Photoshop down, Illustrator down, everything else down. All righty. Catch my breath. Here we go. Where are we now? I was just about to start singing some Guns N' Roses then. All right, let's grab Mr. Chris Tomlin. Who do you want to interview tonight, mate? Who's on your hit parade?
I always seem to interview the Pro-Am winner, so let's just go ahead and stick with that.
All right, cool. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the AM winner tonight, and starting to get himself up the pointy end from LCR. Welcome to the room, Mr. Chris Tomlin, otherwise known as Chops. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad. A bit exhausted after that one. It was pretty hectic out there.
Tough track, mate.
Yeah, it was tough. Went through a couple of setups through practice. Me and my teammate Steve were tossing backwards and forwards on which setup sort of worked better for us, and we ended up using two different setups. I just went with what felt good and flowed very, very nicely, and tried to stay out of the mistakes. I knew that coming around this track was going to be all about staying clean, and managed to do that for majority of the race.
How were the break points in the undulation? This track's a lot of downhill braking and some spots uphill braking.
Yeah, the braking wasn't too bad for me. The only main spot where I had most of my problems was if I was drafting somebody up to turn one. If you just missed your brake point by a slight little bit, you could just run straight off into the sand trap. That was basically my main problem all night. But apart from that, it was pretty good.
You're pretty lucky when Mason Martin and Brett Taylor came together down the straight. You were just behind them.
I wouldn't have the foggiest idea where I was. I was just racing my race and just doing my own thing. I looked down towards the end and it said that I finished 12th and that one of the Masons, 016, I think it was, finished ahead of me. And then I heard Greg come over saying that I was the AM winner. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think he got, I can't remember, he got a black flag or whatever it was. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is, and this is what the final standings are, mate. Well, Chops, good to see you up there, mate, and having a bit of fun. You're racing everything and anything, which is really good to see, mate, and you're even out there Sunday night with me, listening to me whinge and complain that I can't hear the car. But, mate, who gets Mr. Tomlin out on track and gets you to have that fun, mate?
Cheers. Yeah, I want to thank LCR Esports for having me aboard. There's Chop Remote Tech Support, Thorntec Electronics, and Night Rider Designs.
Excellent work, mate. Well, keep up the good work, mate. I'm not sure where you are in the points at the moment. You've probably got a better idea than me, but crack a bit of driving out there, mate. Keep it up. Yeah,
cheers. I'm just happy that this should bring me up a few more spots, or at least bring me a little bit closer to the top four. So. Just keep chipping away. That's the goal.
Yeah. 2 more rounds to go, mate. So keep going. Don't give it up.
That's the plan. Cheers, guys.
Take care, brother. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have had a cracking night tonight, and we've got the top 3 that are out there. James Scott did take it. Ryan Nielsen did come second, and Brandon Levin came third, but also the Pro-Am winner. Did you say you were going to do this one?
Yes.
Mr. Watson? Yes. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the lead driver at the moment for Team SRW Motorsports, who's having some cracking form at the moment and putting on some amazing driving, amazing battling, and everything he sits in. It's good to see him out there and having fun, Mr. Brandon Levin from Team SRW Motorsports. Brandon, how are you, buddy?
Good, Steve. How are you, mate?
I am bloody excellent, mate. When you get up those steps, I'm loving every second of it. But it's tradition. James Watson does the Pro-Am winner, and you got to talk to him instead of me, mate. But congratulations, dude.
Buddy.
Yeah, what a drive from you. You were up fighting for the top spot overall for pretty much the entire race. First of all, I got to ask, that turn 1 after the safety car restart was really interesting. Just take us through your point of view on that one.
Yeah, mate. I just hit my normal point, and then there was just a banana with blue stripes coming up the inside. And yeah, mate. If he made a mistake, he made a mistake, but it is what it is.
Yeah, thankfully it didn't really affect you too much, and you were able to recover and hold on to P3. It looked like this track really suited you with how much pace you had all night long.
Mate, I tend to go all right on GP tracks. I've watched a billion laps of this track on watching MotoGP over the years. And I think it plays into my advantage just a touch.
Yeah, and clearly it showed. And as a Pro-Am guy, how awesome is it to bring home a overall podium in addition to the win?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Doing the Pro-Am stuff, you feel like a bit of a nincompoop times, but when you can stick it up the front every now and then, it's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Just an awesome night for you from top to bottom. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you like to give?
I've got to give another shout out to Ash and also Big Macca. He's joined in to give it a look for the first time tonight. So welcome aboard, buddy.
Bringing the guests, mate. I love it. Before you go, mate, just to give Mr. Watson a big bit of a background, mate. You know, I know you just let the cat out of the bag that you've watched a lot of racing on this track. You've got the fluoro and the navy on the car. Just tell Mr. Watson who your hero is, mate.
From Macca, it's Valentino Rossi.
That's a one. That's a one.
The big 46.
Have you got yourself a bike as well?
Not at the moment, buddy. No, I'm bikeless, which is pretty sad.
There you go. Have you done any real world racing in it?
So,
when you had a bike?
Yeah, I've raced the Vic titles for a few years, but I've been out of the game for a couple of years now.
Oh, there you go. I didn't know that. There you go, peeps. We've got some juicy stuff out of Mr. Brad Levin. I didn't know you raced real world motorbikes. Well done, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
Very
Very
good.
sponsor me and I'll get back into it.
I tell you what, if we start making money, you're on. It'd be great just scrape through bills, but it's great to have you at Team SAW, mate. And Mr. Watson is our new team principal as well, so he's going to be putting together all the practice sessions and all our setups and stuff like that with the team. So hopefully he'll do a better job than I have, because I've just let the team just do their own thing. So keep your eyes open, Mr. Watson and Mr. Levin. We're going to have a killer 2026. Well done, Brandon. Congratulations, mate. Great to see you have some epic form coming into the back end of 2025. I hope it still continues for the rest of the season. There could be a title at your grip coming up, I reckon.
Thanks, lads. Thanks again for the broadcast. You do a great job.
Cheers, buddy. Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the third place and the Pro-Am winner tonight for the Warren Brown V8 Supercar Series, round 7. Right, who we got next, Mr. Watson? We've got Ryan Nielsen. Wow, this is a few freshies tonight, eh?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, second place tonight with some beautiful trajectory in his driving coming up the last few rounds, getting faster and faster. Mr. Ryan Nielsen from SRB. Welcome to the room. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, really good, thanks. Best finishing position yet in SRW, so just got to get that win now.
Got to get that win, mate. You've done some cracking work out there. The pace has been getting faster and faster every round. What's going on? What's the secret, mate?
Just putting in laps, I think. Just getting a feel for the car. Just sort of getting a bit more confident on it on the edge. That's all it is. I think there's no secret to it.
How many hours you putting in a week? You really putting the stints in, or?
Probably a couple of hours every night, maybe.
Yep. Oh, good to hear, mate. Good to hear. Obviously loving it. Loving being in the team atmosphere as well.
Yeah, it's great. It's bit of camaraderie. It's always good. Bit of banter as well. So, I'm liking it. It's good.
Excellent, mate. So what's the goal? What's the aim? Is get up as high as possible and then possibly launch an attack for a title next year?
Yeah, I reckon it's possible. I don't think there's a reason why I couldn't do it. I just have to keep putting the hours in, and I reckon I can get there.
Excellent, mate. Well, you've been definitely showing us something special in the last few weeks. The pace has been getting there. You've been fighting and rubbing shoulders with the fast boys as well. So you've come out the other end. That incident coming out of quarter one, what was going through your mind when that all was coming to grips?
Oh, that was pretty cool. Had to go Lightning McQueen through that big wreck, and weave through the gaps, and ended up in second. So I was pretty happy with that. Couldn't believe my luck, really.
Was it one of those points where you just sort of closed one eye a little bit and just went for it?
Yeah, I kind of didn't really back off. I kind of kept the foot in it and was just like, I'll I'll try to make it through this closing gap. And I did.
Love it, mate. Love it. Well, I'm glad it worked out for you. Glad you got yourself up to the pointy end and you've popped your cherry. You got your first podium in the big league. Who gets Mr. Ryan Nielsen out on track, mate, and supports your racing?
Shout out thanks to the guys at Bar Racing Team, and probably just my family who and friends who tune in on a Tuesday night and watch this broadcast. So I guess also thanks to you guys for putting it on. So it's a great show you run.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure, mate. We live for this sort of stuff when we see people come up to the podiums for the first time. And I did say you raced for SRB before, but you are, yes, it was part of BAR now. I remember now you went to the new team the last few weeks, and you got a cracking bit of livery out there as well, mate. Well, congratulations. Continue the form, mate. Good luck for the rest of the season. We've got 2 more rounds to go, and then we have a bit of a Chrissy break. So thanks a lot for joining us, mate, and thanks for having some fun.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Hopefully I can put on a show.
Take care, brother.
Cheers.
Well, we are down to the pointy end now. Ladies and gentlemen, we thought the safety car was going to reel him in and make it a bit of a show and a bit of a fight all the way to the very end. But a car that came through under brakes, missing his brake marker, fixed all that up and let Mr. James Scott back into cruise control and take out the win for round 7. How are you, buddy? How was that track?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yourself?
Oh, not too bad. My voice is a bit husky today, coming down the back end of this. Bit of yelling and screaming. Some of the things that went on during this race was pretty spectacular. But how was it for you? What's the thoughts on this track and the racing tonight?
I didn't mind it, to be honest. I literally bought the track the other day and did about 15 laps before tonight. So not much preparation, but probably helped that I've somewhat tuned into MotoGP this year. So I did get to see the track when they raced there. Earlier this year, so I had some idea where the corners went. But yeah, no, didn't mind it. Wasn't too bad.
There was some tight fighting there at one point. You got bogged down in the start. What happened? Did you miss the clutch?
I had my clutch point set for Bathurst I did on the weekend, and I completely forgot until the start. So that wasn't ideal, but it's made it interesting at least.
I did, mate. It made for good viewing, mate. Let me tell you, you dropped down, I think, six places down to 7th at that point, and then you had to fight your way through. But the boys were not letting Mr. Scott through very easily, were they? They had their elbows out and made you work hard because it took you a while to get there.
Yeah, they were battling pretty hard, but I could see they were chewing the tyres up pretty quick. So just wait for them to do that, and yeah, go past a bit easier rather than trying to battle them and just let them burn them up and go from there.
This is the difference between me and you. I wouldn't have even thought of that. I would have been just going hell for leather. But you've got the composure to settle down and to reflect on all these things. When you're racing tracks like this, are you playing with bias and brake points and moving things around for your brakes or anything like that, or you just get into cruise control and go for it?
Depends how I'm feeling. The car tonight it actually felt pretty decent considering I did absolutely no setup work really. It actually felt really good. I think it was more important to keep the fronts on around here. I think the rears were okay, but the fronts, whereas obviously a rear-wheel drive car, most tracks it's the opposite. But I feel like tonight it was really important to keep the fronts on, especially through those fast left-handers around the back there. So
a lot of downhill corners, eh?
Yeah, there is, and like turn 1's pretty tricky. Like it looks pretty simple, but the way it drops away, it's quite easy to lose the rear, which I think what happened to Ryan. Maybe I saw him go for a pretty aggressive move, which obviously didn't work out too well for him. But I think you just went in way too hard, and when he drops away, it's spun out. So
Yeah. Well, it was a tough track out there. It's good to see the battles out there, and you had it your own way in the end. The safety car brought the action back for us up in the box, but that action finished pretty quickly once one of the boys missed their brake points. But congratulations, Zune, on an epic run tonight, and I hope the most important thing for me is I hope you had fun out there. And who gets Mr. James Scott out on track and supports your driving?
Yeah, I had good fun. Yeah, all the guys at the Chiefs, Aussie Broadband, Westfield, Logitech G. Thanks to those guys. You guys for the broadcast every week, the race control, and shout out to the rest of the podium. It's good to see a few new guys up there, it's awesome. I don't know the guy from a bar of soap, never even said a word to him, but good to see Ryan. I've seen him put the effort in over the last few weeks. In the officials and whatever else, and good to see him start getting results. So
it's amazing some of the boys coming through the field at the moment.
Yeah, no, look, always appreciate and recognise the work that people put in. So he's doing great things, and I'm sure he will be a force to be reckoned with in the future.
Yeah, there's a few boys out there, I reckon, are starting to get a bit of a trajectory upwards. But congratulations, mate. Crack a bit of work out there as usual, and good luck for the next 2 rounds. Get your grip around that trophy, and we'll see you next week for round 8.
Thanks, mate. See you there, wherever it is.
Yeah, I don't even know myself at the moment. My brain's gone fuzzy. Take care, buddy.
See you, mate.
All right. That was what it was. That was a cracking bit of racing out there. Night was amazing. The fun was great. The driving was cracking out there, wasn't it, Mr. Watson?
Yeah, just a crazy night of racing again, especially after the safety car restart. That was unbelievable. I talked about at the beginning of the show how I was a little nervous on how this would actually race, but man, I'm glad to be wrong because that was incredible.
Yeah, it was. It was. I wasn't sure what to expect tonight, but the boys put on a great show again as usual. Love what these drivers do week in, week out. I mean, we haven't seen the numbers drop off. There's maybe 5 missing at the moment because of real world, but we've still got each class still battling it out and showing up every week to put on a show. So a big, massive hats off to all the drivers out there for supporting the series and really having a cracking bit of work out there. It's a pleasure to come out and commentate racing like that when you see the boys every week just putting it out there. But thank you for joining me tonight, Mr. Watson. Thanks, Combs, downstairs, for pushing the buttons. Ladies and gentlemen, another cracking round 7 of the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Series. It's been taken out tonight by James Scott. In second place was Ryan Nielsen, third place Brandon Levin. The Pro-Am winner tonight also was Brandon Levin, and the Am winner was Chris Chops Tomlin for the AM title. The titles are all hot. They're all going crazy. The Pro title is pretty much one-handed trophy for James Scott, but the Pro-Ams and the AMs are going to go all the way down to the final wire. We've seen some people that were leading drop a few points tonight, so it's going to be some critical racing for the rest of the season to take those titles. Please come and join us every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. qualifying starts. We open the doors at 7:50 for the Warren and Brown V8 Supercar Championship. So come and join us for a bit of fun. If you are around tomorrow night, Wednesday night is the mozaracing Super Formula Night racing, and there is Mr. Biggles and myself will be hosting that session for round 7. Then we're back in with the same team tonight. Kobe and Mr. Watson will be here, same bat channel, and doing the GR86 Nationals, another massive grid. All 3 grids so far this season's have been really good all the way through. And then if you are a fan or a member of SRW, we'll see you on track Sunday night for a bit of fun as well. And you can come out there and door bang with me. I've completed my first race in about 12 months on Sunday night, so that was a cracking bit of work. But thank you very much to all our sponsors: Grim Industries, Shut Sceneries, Nightshade Collection, PPD, Phoenix Driver Development, mozaracing, and the legends that are SRW TV. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification button and come and join us for the racing every week. We've got 3 rounds left for the season, and then we are done for the Chrissy break. So come join us and have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a giggle. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, viewers, and see you all soon.